The streets of Lagos never forgets, and neither does Mira. She had survived betrayal, heartbreak, and a man who thought he could humiliate her. But some debts aren't paid with money. This time, the game isn't about luxury or Instagram likes. It's about power, revenge, and making sure the people who underestimated her regret it forever. Welcome to True Tales by MK, where betrayal bites, secrets explode, and karma never forgets. This is the continuation of The Frenemy. Let's dive in. Mira's modeling career was taking off like wildfire. With each event she attended alongside Mrs. Rita, her connections grew stronger. Mrs. Rita had taken her in like a daughter, guiding her, introducing her to influential people and opening doors Mira hadn't even dreamed of. She had no biological child, but in Mira, she found the daughter she had always prayed for. "Mira, look at you," Mrs. Rita said one evening, touching her cheek. "When you first came to the boutique, you were a girl chasing shadows. Now you are the light. I am so proud of the woman you have become." "It's because you saw the truth in me, Ma," Mira replied softly. "You gave me a chance when I didn't deserve it." Brand deals were rolling in, locally and internationally. Every red carpet, every campaign, every photo shoot added to her rising fame. With her growing success, Mira decided to take full control of her career. She launched her own studio, Lumina Studio, a sleek, professional space where she could manage her projects, brand collaborations, and creative campaigns. The glass walls, framed magazine covers, and awards lining the shelves reflected not just her talent, but her independence and ambition. Despite her busy schedule, Mira never forgot where she came from. She told Mrs. Rita about her family in the village. Mrs. Rita, proud of Mira's honesty and heart, encouraged her to help them. Soon, Mira's family was lifted out of poverty. Her little sister, Kamsi, transferred to a good school with proper uniforms and books. Mira also opened a small business for her family in the village, giving them a steady income and hope for the future. As for Eva, she paid off her loan and reclaimed her family land with the money Mira gave her and decided to start over from scratch. She rented a tiny room in a Face Me, I Face You compound in Surulere. It wasn't much, but it was hers. With the remaining money, she set up a small kiosk right in front of her compound, offering hairstyling services and selling hair accessories. Eva poured her heart into her work and showcased her skills. People started coming from nearby streets, and soon she had regular customers who trusted her talent. After some months, her life took another turn. She gave birth to a beautiful baby girl and named her Angel. Holding her daughter for the first time, Eva felt a peace she had never known. She smiled, knowing that life had given her a second chance, and this time she intended to cherish every moment. Jason, on the other hand, continued his flashy lifestyle after scamming Eva and disappearing without remorse. He went about scamming more women. He changed new clothes, new clubs, new women. He lived like a man who believed consequences only happened to other people. One night at the club, Jason was drinking with his friends. As bottles popped and music blasted, one of his friends, Toby, leaned across the table. "Have you guys seen that fine model trending everywhere?" he said, scrolling through his phone. "She's making serious waves. I heard she's cashing out heavy." Kunle adjusted his watch. "Guy, anyone that secures that girl is set for life. She's the real deal." Jason chuckled lazily, swelling his drink. "Who is this girl you guys are talking about? Is she the Queen of England? Why all the hype?" Toby turned the screen toward him. Jason froze. It was Mira, but not the old Mira. This one looked polished, classy, untouchable. He couldn't believe his eyes. He quickly grabbed the phone and searched her name online. He saw her interviews, brand deals, red carpets, luxury events. She was truly successful. Jason leaned back slowly, a smirk forming on his lips. "So this is the girl?" He scoffed. "She is one of my exes. I know she is still head over heels for me. One phone call and she'll be back in my bed." Toby burst out laughing. "You wish. Look at her, then look at your life. You are dreaming." "You think I'm joking?" Jason asked, his eyes narrowing. "I can still get her back if I want. Trust me, I know her buttons."
Kunle turned to him. Serious now. You are so confident? Let's make a bet. 500k each. I bet you can't even get a hello from her. Jason didn't hesitate. Deal. I'll get her very soon and I will milk her dry. Watch and learn, boys. Jason went home that night and went through Mira's page to know her location. The next day, Mira was reviewing campaign photos in her studio when her secretary knocked. Miss Mira, a man is here to see you. He says it's urgent. Mira looked up. Let him in, she said. Her heart skipped, just for a second, as Jason stepped in. He was smiling and confident. Mira, he greeted warmly. It's been a long time. How have you been? You look breathtaking. She remained composed, her voice cool. Jason, what brings you here? He ran a hand through his hair, feigning deep remorse.
I missed you, babe. I couldn't stop thinking about you. I need to apologize. I know I treated you terribly back then. I was young. I was stupid. Please forgive me and accept me back. I'm a changed man, I swear. Mira folded her hands, listening carefully. I made mistakes, Mira, he continued, his voice shaking. But it was all Ava's fault. She manipulated things. She lied and misled me. She seduced me and caused all the problems between us. I was blind, Mira. I didn't see it then. But now I know the truth. It was never your fault. You are always the one for me. He leaned slightly forward, eyes pleading. Please, Mira, give me another chance. I've changed. I just want us to be together again. Mira's eyes stayed calm. I appreciate the apology, Jason, she said. Actually, I should thank you. If you hadn't humiliated me, I might still be borrowing wigs and chasing ghosts like you. I've already moved on. I hope you do the same too. Jason forced a small smile, masking the frustration. He wasn't used to being refused. Mira, baby, please, I can't live without you. He suddenly fell on his knees, squeezing out tears. It was Ava who deceived me. She's not a good person. She even ran away with my money after everything I did for her. She's so ungrateful and wicked, Mira. Don't let her win, please.
Mira called her secretary to escort him out, but he didn't give up. He pestered her with gifts and messages every day. Then Mira decided to play along. She accepted him back. The night they went on a date, Jason reached across the table, taking Mira's hand and looking deeply into her eyes. Mira, I know I don't deserve you. Thank you for accepting me back. I just want to make it up to you. I want us to be the most powerful couple in this city.
Mira smiled. It's okay, Jason. We all make mistakes. Jason stared at her as she smiled. Look at this fool. She really thinks I love her, he thought, a dark smirk playing on his lips as he sipped his wine. I should have been an actor. She's actually blushing. Keep blushing, baby girl. By the time I'm done with you, even your blush will be bankrupt. I'll buy her flowers and I'll whisper all the sweet rubbish she wants to hear. It's just cost of business. I'll spend a few thousands now to harvest millions later. I'm going to milk this girl until her bank account is gasping for breath, he thought to himself. He bought her expensive gifts, thinking he had gained her trust. But Mira was also plotting. One evening, she contacted her foreign account officer and told him her plan. Ma'am, are you sure he will take the bait? The account officer asked, worried. Mira smiled. He will. Don't worry, I'll handle it, she assured him. They created a fake investment company based abroad. Then Mira invited Jason to her studio office the next day. Jason, there's something I've never told anyone, she said. He looked up immediately, his ears perked. What is it, babe? You know you can tell me anything. I notice you're a truly changed man, she continued. That's why I'm trusting you with this. This is the secret to my empire. She opened her laptop. Global Apex Capital. It's a foreign investment company. When you invest, they double your money in 7 days. That's the true source of my wealth. Jason blinked. Double in 1 week? Mira, are you serious? Mira nodded and pulled out printed transaction receipts, transfers, returns, large figures. I started small with $5,000. It became 10 in 1 week. I reinvested. That's how I built most of what you are seeing today. It's exclusive, Jason. You need a big entry amount, but I think you deserve a chance to grow with me. After all, we'll get married very soon, so I don't want to hide anything from you. Jason scanned the fabricated evidence. Everything looked professional. It's real, he said to himself. It's very real, Mira added, but referrals are limited. I've never told a soul you are the first. With Mira's assurance,
Jason decided to try his luck. He invested $1,000 first. After 7 days, he received $2,000. He rushed to the studio excitedly. "Mira, it worked! It actually worked! My account is bubbling!" Mira nodded, acting innocent. "I told you. Now you see why I trust this process. You could try a bit more if you want to see real wealth." Jason invested again, $5,000 this time. After 7 days, Mira's account officer sent him $10,000. He was ecstatic, praising Mira, convinced she had given him the ultimate opportunity. And all this while, Mira's smile stayed angelic, hiding the trap she had carefully set. Mira casually opened her laptop again. "Look," she said, turning the screen toward him. A transaction receipt glowed on the screen. $30,000 turned to $60,000. 7 days completed. Jason's eyes widened. His breathing changed. "This is real?" he asked, eyes widened in greed. Mira nodded. "That's my latest payout. But opportunities like this don't stay open forever. The pool is closing soon."
Jason couldn't sleep that night. Greed consumed him. If 5,000 turned to 10,000, then 50,000 will be 100,000. He already planned on how to spend the money. The next day, he emptied his offshore account, his Nigerian bank accounts, borrowed from his friends with promises of heavy interest, and even sold the luxury cars he had rented. He sold his jewelry and shoes, raking up $50,000. He invested everything. His thoughts sharpened, turning into cold, hard greed. "Once this money drops, I will make sure to extort some more money from her and disappear from this country." That night, Mira's account officer called her. "Hello, ma'am. You are right. He took the bait. 50K is in." Mira smirked from behind her office desk while sipping her expensive wine. "I knew he would fall into the trap. A greedy man never counts the cost until the cost counts him. Go ahead with the plan. I want him to feel the loss and pain he put others through." She cut the call and twirled on her office seat. "Jason, I'm your nightmare and your destruction. I will make sure you cry blood." 7 days later, Jason woke up shaking with excitement. Today was jackpot day. He logged into his account, his heart hammering against his ribs. There was nothing. No, network, please!" He refreshed the page, still nothing. He checked his network connection and tried again. 0 balance. His heart skipped a beat, then began to race. He quickly dialed the company's contact number. "The number you are calling is switched off." His fingers trembled so hard he almost dropped his phone. He checked the website again. It wouldn't even load. A cold sweat broke out over his body. He grabbed his keys and drove like a madman to Mira's studio. He burst through the doors, ignoring the secretary.
"Mira, what the hell is going on? Where's my money?" he roared, slamming his fists on her mahogany desk. "I trusted you. I followed your advice. I put every kobo I had into that company. Do you know what I had to do to get that money? I borrowed. I sold everything. Mira, answer me." Mira leaned back in her chair, slowly swelling her glass of wine. She looked at him with a calm that was terrifying. "Jason, why are you shouting in my office? I don't understand what you're ranting about," she said, her voice smooth and teasing. "Investment is a risk, isn't it? But since you are here, I do have a little surprise for you." Before Jason could react, the door swung open. Eva stepped in, holding her beautiful daughter, Angel. Eva marched up to Jason and delivered a resounding slap that echoed off the glass walls. What is she doing here?" Jason shouted, clutching his stinging cheek. Mira smirked, perfectly composed. "I invited her. After all, Jason, you two have unfinished business." Eva's voice cut through the room like a razor. "You think you can scam me, ruin my life, and just walk away? You monster!" She grabbed his shirt, shaking him with a strength born of months of pain. "Where is my money, Jason? You will see the other side of me today, I promise you." "No, this can't be happening," Jason stammered, his eyes darting between the two women. Eva pulled out her phone, her eyes fixed on Jason. "Officers, you can come in now." The door opened again, and 3 police officers entered the office. Jason's face went pale. The reality of the trap finally hit him. No, Mira, baby, please." He fell to his knees, crawling toward her desk. "Remember the love we shared. You cannot do this to me. I'll do anything, please."
Mira looked down at him as if he were an insect. "Officers, you can have this too."
She handed them a thick, heavy folder. Jason's face drained of color as the lead officer flipped it open. What is that? I thought it might help if the authorities had a complete picture, Mira said, her voice deadly. My private investigator compiled everything, every scam you've ever committed. The officer opened the folder and began reading aloud, names of his victims and amount he scammed from them. Jason staggered back, his breath coming in ragged gasps. No, Mr. Jason, the lead officer said dryly. It seems you already have enough on your plate. You are under arrest for multiple fraud cases. I don't think you need to add resisting arrest to that list. Officer, please, let me explain. Save it for the station, the officer cut in. You've been very busy. Let's give you some time to rest and reflect. The handcuffs snapped shut around Jason's wrists. As they led him out, Eva looked at him one last time before turning to Mira. She thanked Mirabel for helping her finally get justice and left with her daughter. Mira leaned back, taking a final sip of her wine. She had orchestrated every single detail, letting greed and arrogance lead Jason straight into this trap. A few weeks later, the storm only grew worse. One by one, the friends Jason had borrowed money from filed official complaints. They were done waiting. The owner of the rented luxury cars he secretly sold also took legal action. Jason's debt piled up like a mountain he could no longer climb.
In the courtroom, the judge reviewed the charges carefully. Fraud, financial deception, illegal sale of property, and multiple complaints from victims. Jason tried to speak, tried to defend himself, but the evidence was heavy. The gavel came down with a thunderous crack. The defendant is hereby sentenced to 12 years imprisonment without option of fine. The gavel struck, and with that sound, Jason's empire of lies officially collapsed. He was led out of the courtroom in handcuffs. Outside the courthouse, life moved on. Mira's story did not end in bitterness, and as for the money she got from Jason, she kept what she needed and donated the rest. She empowered struggling single mothers. She paid school fees for children who were about to drop out. She cleared hospital bills for families who had lost hope, and also donated to orphanages. Let something good come out of something evil, she said to herself as she drove off. Mira lost trust, but she found strength, while Jason chased money until it chased him into prison. Greed blinds, pride destroys, but wisdom rebuilds what evil tries to break. If you believe karma is real, type justice in the comments and tell me, would you have forgiven Jason or done worse? Let's talk below and subscribe for more stories that hit deep.